Okay, we've got a workout here for anyone who is stuck at home with zero equipment but a little bit of time on their hands, but not much. Under 20 minutes for this one. It's 9 exercises spread over 2 circuits. You're going to do 45 seconds per exercise and then a 15-second rest, which you'll also use to get into position for the next exercise. Keep the form good, aim for 2 rounds, and you'll be in and done in 20 minutes. Okay, so we're starting off with some side-lying clams with a bit of a twist. Well, not a twist, a lift. So you're going to drive the hips forwards. So the knee on the floor obviously stays on the floor. The feet are stacked and the hips drive forward, squeezing the glutes up at the top. Think about pushing that lower knee into the ground is the best way to think about this. Keep the core nice and tight, and you want to feel this in the glutes round onto the side of the hips. So to show, obviously, we can just swivel around and go for the other side, and you would be doing 45 seconds on each side with this one. So 45 seconds, 15-minute breather as you change over, and then 45 seconds on the other side, and this will really get the glutes fired nicely. You should be having a healthy burn by the end of those 45 seconds. From there, we move on to box lunges. So for this one, you're going to adopt a squat position, and then trying to stay as low as you can. You're going to shoot back walking lunges almost. So you're going to put one knee down on the ground, then the other, keeping the hands out in front, keeping the core tight, keeping the knees, keeping your whole body, nice and low. Now, obviously, as you do this, you want to start on one side and finish on the other. So we're going to do 4 reps on one side, then 4 reps on the other. 45 seconds, then a 15-second breather before we go into reverse lunge to knee drive. And I want you to drive both your arms overhead as well. So you're going to touch the floor in front of you as you drive back with one leg, and then drive up, squeeze through the glutes again to stand up straight, and drive both arms up overhead. So this one is going to work the bum again. Again, that's why we switched it on. So we're really going to be feeling the tush on this one. And full extension there, 45 seconds on each side. From there, we've got a box press up. So for the box press up, you have your hips flexed, as you can see, but we want to make sure that the body weight stays over the hands. All right, so as you can see there, my chest is leading towards the floor. And if you're happy to do it, then instead you've got the full knee press up where the hips are extended. Just keep the bum clenched and the core tight on those ones. So 2 different options on the press ups. From there, we move into our second circuit, starting off with the prone skydiver. This is the basic option on this. So squeezing the shoulder blades back. Think about rotating the hands outwards as you lift up with the lower back, turning the thumbs towards the ceiling. And the slightly harder option is to put fingertips to temples, keep the elbows back, and again, squeezing from that lower back and the glutes just to work on those postural muscles. From there, we go into an ab crunch to toe touch. So you're squeezing up with the abs, lifting one leg and just tapping from one hand to the opposite toe at the top of every rep, just to make sure you're getting a nice bit of range on there. Make sure you're not throwing the arms or rushing it. Try and keep it as smooth as you can all the way through. From there, reverse ab crunches. So for this one, you want both legs elevated, hands spread nice and far away from the body to give you a bit of an anchor, and then you're just going to crunch up with the abs and then push the heels of the feet towards the ceiling. Then we sit back down for a Russian twist. So tilt back, find your bite point in your abdominals, make sure you feel them working, and then slowly rotate over the top of that. Now for this one, keep your hands together. If your fingers are rubbing against each other, then it means you're rotating from the shoulders. Keep the rotation coming from the torso to make sure the obliques are doing the majority of the work. And the last exercise, plank matrix. Here's the kneeling version. So you'll start in a normal plank, a kneeling plank. You're going to rotate to your right side, and then you're going to come back to a holding plank, and you're going to rotate to the other side. As a rough guide here, you want to be counting to 10 in each position. Okay, so you're just going to keep going with that. And obviously, if you're happy to, you can do this as a full plank version as well. So there you go, full plank, and then you'll rotate after 10 seconds out to the right-hand side, core nice and tight, bum clenched, belly button drawn in, and the chest nice and open. 10 seconds down to the front, and then 10 seconds out to the other side again. And you'll return to base and carry on as is until you get to the end of your 45 seconds. Nice, that's it, guys.